Once again, wonderful Nigerians across the globe. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As you already know, I am George Onibe, and so this morning, I want us to quickly look at a message I titled, Ironical Presentation of Issue is a Major Challenge Nigerians Must Review. If you are an English student or maybe a literature student, you will understand that figures of speech, irony. When word is used ironically, by implication, it means one thing and is doing another thing. Every issue regarding a nation, Nigeria, is ironically presented. They tell you they are fighting for a nation that will unite. Ironically, their body language is causing division. They will tell you they want our nation to develop and prosper. Ironically, their body language says otherwise. They will tell you they are here to provide you with security of life and property. Ironically, their body language says otherwise. This is something we are not paying attention to. And ironically, those of us who are bearing the brunt cannot be able to visage the signal, the vibes, the vibration coming from their body language. But what can we do other than to make you open your eyes? Because there is more beneath that the eye can see. It's obvious not everybody will understand what you are saying, but it's okay. But this is the truth. Everybody must know the truth. And that whatever happens with the truth is left for us. And you must understand when we talk about truth in other hands, the truth has no friend. Only those who are the right hand of justice, doing the right thing. Truth can offend people. Truth have enemy. Truth is not tolerated in a life and a world like this. And that is why they say that the truth is naked. But despite whatever, the truth does not need defense. And the truth ultimately will win at the end. Ranging from a lot of issues that are distracting the dream of our one Nigeria. A lot of issues that are manipulating the emotions. And of course, making our sacrifices for our people to become useless. They are ranging from religion to politics, among others, to finance. But we all know the truth. It boils down to the same point. Ironically, we betray ourselves. And the friend will say, deja vu. I hope you understand. And now, I want us to take certain steps to approach this matter. Maybe you will be able to understand. And when you hear my message, go back and organize your people. Go back and begin to talk to them. Nobody will win it all in this very Nigeria. It's going to take all of us to save all of us. Not with what we know. I'm no longer a kid. In those days, I would have been referred to an elder. But what happens? My generation, our life was taken from us by our own fathers' generation. And the current generation, our fathers and ourselves have betrayed them. They call themselves Gen Z. I'm sorry for all of them. But our hope is not lost. Because any name you give to them will not change the simple fact that they are going to suffer if we don't do the right thing. And everything our fathers stole from us, and those things we hinder them from knowing, all of them will be destroyed before their very eyes. And the question should be, after the generation of these Gen Zs who don't want to have sense, what will happen to their own children? The next generation of their children. And so our work here is not about our fathers. It's not even about us. We just discovered that there is something we can do to save the next generation. The ones who now call themselves Gen Zs. Let me digress so you understand. We are supposed to be the most fortunate generation, but our life, I repeat again, was stolen by the generation of our fathers. Not your father directly, the generation of our fathers. When I was born, Buhari was the president of Nigeria. When I was born, Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria. When I was born, go and look at all of them and look at my age. They are still the president of Nigeria, rotating the power among themselves, only but few. But they told us that we were the future leaders. Now we are old and they are old. I wonder who is the future leader. And now everything will be pushed down to the next generation that now calls themselves Gen Z. Let me make you understand. You see, this next generation will have work to do. Because they now pride to tell you that they are Gen Z. No more virgin again. Yes, we have Christianity and religions taking us to heaven. These people now don't believe in hard work. It's yahoo yahoo. We have come to the extent that most of us now buy Android phone for our children. Most of us now encourage them to go and cash out. They are Gen Z. No more hard work. But understand that you are not the only generation of Gen Z. Because the generation of Gen Z of China, generation of Gen Z of Japan, generation of Gen Z of most countries in the world, they are not losing their head. Ironically, we are fighting for people that may not be able to stand the gap and taste of time. But let's play our part. That is where we come in. You see, as of yesterday, it is trending on the social media that Atiku has called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Igbo people gather here, let us clap for Atiku. Oh, ironically, Igbo people don't want to have sense, most especially this one that say they are Biafra. Everybody has been wounded. We all have our scars of one Nigeria. And not until we embrace the truth and make it as part of our beating heart. You see this journey we have just started. It has not even begun. Atiku Abubakar is coming out to tell you, probably calling out Tinubu. I want to incite Igbo people against Tinubu, who is not the Chief Justice or Attorney General of Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar is now telling you, oh, fellow Nigerians, I'm calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He is innocent and he didn't do anywhere. Somebody tag some of the video I've uploaded for Nnamdi Kanu and send it to Atiku Abubakar. Somebody tell them to bring out Nnamdi Kanu. My problem with Nigeria is they did not see what Finland did. Finland looked at Simon Ekpa, addressed Simon Ekpa for terrorism, and he's facing his charge. But his Oga in Nigeria is innocent, according to Atiku. But this is the truth. What they not do to their youth, the next generation of their people, is to cripple all of them with hunger and unemployment, destabilize them and turn them to Alamajiri. Nobody can stand up to them. Exactly the game they are playing on the overall scene of our one Nigeria. When they beat you with hunger after 16 years, your life cannot remain the same again. Look at every Nigeria. But Atiku Abubakar somewhere want to go to become president. I don't have issue with that. But look at Atiku Abubakar. Nobody will come and challenge Atiku Abubakar. All those people now telling you that they have taken Goodluck to court because the Constitution says that no president should be sworn in more than 2 times. We all know that Goodluck is one tenure president. But ironically, he was sworn in 2 times. Based on this ironical presentation of Goodluck issue, some Igbo people are telling you they have taken Goodluck to court, that Goodluck cannot run again. Deja vu. But these Igbo people will not tell you that Atiku Abubakar, by the same Nigerian constitution, is not qualified to run for Nigerian president. Tell Atiku Abubakar that we didn't know this. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that told us that Atiku Abubakar was not born in Nigeria. He was born a Cameroonian. By the time they played this game of deja vu, this game of ironical representation to oppress one Nigeria against another, did you know what they did? They give some Nigeria to Cameroon and give some Cameroon to us. Atiku Abubakar, by the same Nigerian constitution, should not run for presidency. But you see, it is double standard country, we know. But they are not our concern, because we know that for you to be able to correct these errors of the past, everybody must grow to the level of maturity where we call a spade a spade. Igbo people, come and rejoice. Atiku have called the release of our savior, Nnamdi Kanu. But one thing Atiku Abubakar did not know is that whatever you do to these people will reflect what tomorrow will happen. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. But he does not care for Igbo people. He can marry Igbo man, Igbo woman rather. But he does not care for Igbo people. He does not care for anybody. All of a sudden, all of them, I call them group of vultures. They are the major problem of Nigeria. All these Showore, all of them coming out to tell you, revolution now, revolution now. That is how Nnamdi Kanu started. And so the moment he says it, brainless Igbo people will be there. Yes, it's true. They have to release him. He didn't do anything. Oh, Atiku have said it. Atiku have called it. No get shame. It is the same game, the same pattern. They are looking for how to organize, mobilize brainless Nigerians to attack Tinubu. Am I telling you that Tinubu is a saint? If I want to open Tinubu record, most of us will hate Tinubu. But if you open Tinubu record, the one that will come will be worse than Tinubu. We open Buhari record to the extent that we gave his fake ear, Buhari fake nyash, Buhari is a pedophile, Buhari is this one. And I'm sure if you ask Buhari and Tinubu for Nigerians to choose, they will choose Buhari. And I'm sure we almost killed Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. Say he was evil, he was a bad man. And at the end of the day, we saw the strong man. If you people are now calling Goodluck now come back, if we do the same thing, ironically, the one that will come after Tinubu, if we don't open our eyes, you people will know that his true name is Saint Tinubu. And because we know this truth, we can only call his attention so that he modified his errors of his way, so that he check what he's doing, because it's not about him. It is about the next generation of the Yoruba man, the next generation of the Igbo man, the next generation of Hausa man, the next generation of minority, supposedly. So many ethnic groups, it's going to be about them. And now one will begin to ask, why can't Atiku contest for election with his achievement? All these politicians are supposed to say, when I was the governor, when I was the senator, when I was this one, this is what I achieved, this is the landmark achievement, this is this. This is a credible way to canvass, vibe for a political position. But no, They target those people at the head, look at their inabilities, and then project it before the people. And everybody say, yes, it's true, it's evil, Tinubu is a bad man, let us curse Tinubu, I beg gather here, let's challenge Tinubu. But if Atiku become president of Nigeria, mark my word, he will sell all of you and buy all of you. What did he do to? Go and look at his body language with Olusegun Obasanjo. For Olusegun Obasanjo to come out and tell you that Atiku is armed robber, he's a thief. Igbo people are rejoice. They are going to release Nnamdi Kanu. But will he undo what has been done to Igbo people? Before Nnamdi Kanu, can anybody insult Igbo people like this? Was anybody talking to Igbo people like this? They could only look the Igbo man and moved on. Maximum they can do is to protect themselves. But now look at it. We were the one that sang the praise of Igbo people, the supremacy of Igbo people, the international of Igbo people. And today we are the one coming back to say no. Because we knew what we didn't know. People riddled by emotion, not the truth. People who can be easily gaslighted and they lose their mind. You take those people serious, they will drown all of you. And everybody see you are predictable. I keep saying you are the major problem of this country, but people will not understand. He hate Igbo, he hate Igbo. Some of you will soon begin to tell me, you say you are not Igbo man, it's Igbo cap. This is not Igbo cap, this is Abo cap, by the way. Because everybody now know. All they need to do is to corner one Igbo man, use them the same way Igbo people are trying to use other people. No wonder the Bible says those who use others will in themselves be deceived. Those of you going about deceiving people, you will be deceived yourself. They have nothing to offer. All the politicians, none of them can come back and say, based on this level I have attained politically, for the overall interest of the entire Nigeria, vote for me. Nobody. The only way they have is to make you fake promises and tell you the inability of another. Criticism without any genuine intention of upgrading the status quo. It's a shame. Because you need to pay attention. He's not addressing the issue of insecurity. Have you heard P2B condemn Nnamdi Kanu atrocity? Of course, as P2B, the meeting I had with him in Enugu State, in the company of Aloy Ijimako, what did you discuss in the ocean? They say, bring the video, bring the evidence. The evidence I have for you people, it will not be the way you expect it. It's shameless people. You see, it's good to appear as if you are nobody, but you are somebody. Because after all, we are not doing competition. They underestimated me. I warned them, don't turn rogue. Because if I were to be a 419, all of you will be in trouble. All of you will know that Hush Puppy is learning work. But no, we have a different view of life. Not because we are better than you. Because of our value. There are areas we don't compromise. We use money. Money don't use us. And now, let's leave that and move on to even Tinubu. Of course, I have to applaud him. Recently, Tinubu announced the pardoning of dead people. The Ogoni 9. Tinubu have pardoned them. Let us rejoice. Hey, they have pardoned Ken Saro-Wiwa. Tinubu tried. Honestly, I give it to President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. At least somewhere along the line, he's bringing up this issue. Ironically, Ogoni people don't even know what is happening. Many of them, because they have started fighting, because they want to resume the production of oil and gas in Ogoni land. Maybe Tinubu have to pardon the Ogoni 9, who fought for this injustice, who fought for this rubbish, and they were unalived. Now, instead of Ogoni people to pull back and see how they can be able to achieve something, so the life of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the 9 others are not in vain. They have started fighting themselves already. We now have Thai, oil belong to Thai people. Maybe tomorrow Gukana will say, no, we own the oil. And then the next time, Kai will say, no, we are this one. Moreover, LMS is not part of Ogoni now. Ironically, they want to fry you. You are the one jumping inside the fry pan. Well done job. But come to look at it. Does Ken Saro-Wiwa need pardon? What was his crime? I will not fault Tinubu, honestly. At least he told us about these people. He will honor them in their grave. They honored Abiola in his grave. After all, he owns Democracy Day, June 12th. But they should tell Nigerians that Ken Saro-Wiwa was innocent. That will be more honorable than any award. Come out and tell Nigerians that Ken Saro-Wiwa was unalived by a military dictatorship. And then we could begin to understand that it was Abacha who did it. You people betrayed Nigeria. All of you were there. Ken Saro-Wiwa died for a crime he didn't commit. He was set up, practically denied justice. He was unalive. You are pardoning dead person. Everybody kept quiet because it didn't concern them. But would I blame you when some Ogoni people were testifying against Ken Saro-Wiwa? Today you are pardoning him. Let's go and celebrate. Let's go to... Do you even know his grief? Do you know his grief? Because somebody say no. What is good for the goose is good for the ganja. And then the other person say no. Who gave you the right to see it? Nobody has been executed for fighting for Islamic State too. Nobody has been executed for mining the gold and the diamond and the uranium and all that precious natural resources in the north, which is the major core concern of insecurity. It's ironical. I'm coming. As we are speaking today, there are issues of create Anyoma, don't create Anyoma. And why is it that some of us all of a sudden begin to frown at the creation of Anyoma? It's amazing that these people now are trying to create state for us without our consent. What is going to be on the table when this Anyoma is created? Let me shock you a little bit. If we were properly consulted and our say or input was considered in the creation of Delta State, Asaba as the capital, if they wanted to give it to Anyoma people, if you are a Asaba person, you know Asaba, no deserver. Have you seen any Abo person quarry? Without insulting your integrity, without talking down on all of you or anybody. Asaba and Abo are they the same category? When Abo was like that, Asaba is a village. But ironically, Babangida got to do what they got to do to favor his wife. The same pattern they use for Denis Osadibe is the same pattern they are using Ned Nwokoro to do. And he's hiring some gay, some transgender, and some lesbian who has no future. Imagine a man dressing like a woman and shouting, and they know Igbo Biafra people are supplying them drug. Imagine a young boy who should be thinking of how to ask them, they will tell you their agency. He's plaited hair, he wants to be Bob Marley. He's not the one uniting Anyoma. Ironically, they are not interested in you, people of Anyoma. And when you see people like us tell you that Anyoma creation under Ned Nwoko is a death trap, you will understand when the time will come. I think you are a Polish person. You don't like insult. You are a gentleman. We shall see who is a harsh man when the time comes. In either way, the dilemma is real. Whether Anyoma is created, whether Anyoma is not created, it is a dilemma situation. The consequences cannot be averted one way or the other. And so, watch out, because the French will say déjà vu. Ironically, today, they are talking about the issue of insecurity. But what is actually the cause of insecurity? One of the youth presidents in one of these communities in Plateau State was online shouting how the Fulani has attacked them. They gave intelligence report to the police, the military. They told them that they have investigated that Fulani are doing marriage. In less than 1 week, Fulani stroke. They own alive, I think, about 26 people. They have not apprehended anybody. But kill one Fulani man. They will raid your whole community, whether you have gun or you don't have gun. But we are fighting insecurity. Why will Nnamdi Kanu not create his own unknown gunmen? The point is, because you are doing bad, does not mean I should begin to do bad. We are the darkness that marks amongst the light. Let our good conquer their evil. That is just the true principle of life to balance nature. And so when they come and pretend, oh, as we are talking, they are insecurity, but your body language, you are the sponsors of insecurity. And by the time the real people, stakeholders, stand up and say, let's fight insecurity, they have a different agenda. Just look at recently. You begin to hear, Nigeria, they are killing Christians, oh, Christian genocide in Nigeria. Trust you already because they have platform. But they're not interested in you. Nobody's talking about the Eastern Security Network, aka unknown government. How many Igbo people have they killed? Does Igbo people have the balls to name the atrocity of these people in Igbo land? It's just that those in the minority in the north, their eyes are just opening. Because all this insecurity is to dispossess you of your ancestral land. Igbo unity is to dispose you of your ancestral land. All of them are the same. Ironically, you don't know. Let me come and say, oh, we are Igbo. I'm putting on Igbo cap. I'm the Igbo man. Oh, they say, oh, Matineke. Oh, it's Igbo man. Oh, loving man. Intelligent man. Oh, very loving man. This uncompleted building, we now share, oh, this palace. Oh, you are a darling. You begin to see like and share in the ocean. But now I tell them, say no. I agree, we are the same parents, but we are not the same mates. Our ancestors used to sing in those days to correct the relationship between Anyoma, Osimiri, Ndokwa, and Eka. And when the women of this region supposed Anyoma gather, the opening song for those ceremonies in those ancient times was simple. Anyencha bụ n'ofunne, anyencha bụ n'ofunne, mana anya bụ n'ofu ọgbọ ọcha iyewo ọdara mara mana ya bata. If you have grandmother, go and ask them about this song. We are all the same parents, but we are not mates. But will I blame Igbo Biafra who don't respect their elders? Ironically, they tell you cock and bull story. They want to take your land. They come as unity. And Hausa unity, Plateau State unity, Gwari unity, all this minority in the north, all their unification, where did it bring them to? There were times it looked like they were enjoying it. We the Northerners, we the Northerners. Well, how come Northerners is killing Northerners? Fulani, why are you behaving like Igbo people in the north? Any issue of land matter. And the point is now we are calling Fulani herdsmen. And from our own forensic investigation, it's not even the herdsmen. They are real criminal or Fulani. Those terrorists disguise themselves as herdsmen. Miatiala, ironically, is trying to fight to win and defend his fellow Fulani murderers. The same way the Igbo people had under freedom fighting, introducing security, and they kill fellow Igbo. And Igbo people will say, no, he's a Fulani herdsman, Nigeria hate us, they are killing us. Carry out investigation on the activity of those who are unalive in Igbo people. You will trace this back to Igbo people. Ironically, they will tell you vision. We are in 2025 now. During election, you will hear vision 3035 in the Oshi. How they are going to build Nigeria economy, how they are going to build Nigeria refinery, how they are going to do this one. But ironically, that is the last thing they want to do. Let's look at it economically. I have old clothes and I have new ones. Because I buy new one does not mean I should throw the old one away, except when it runs out. I have money and I build the house. And then later on, I made more money. Should I burn the first one down? There are people that need it. You give it to them. You alleviate poverty, which is what they don't want. But they want to develop Nigeria, a country of poor masses. I'm coming. And so, by the time you bring Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, he will please the whole people without pleasing anybody. And when he leave office, he built only school for Alamajiri. Ironically, he wanted to enlighten the North, but he built school for people who see Western education as a sin. Imagine if you have seen people who appreciate Western education. Give them scholarship to school in China. Why are you people afraid of China, Japan, Russia? This place where if they open their mind to teach you, they will teach you very well. Even though they come back speaking no problem. Are we not speaking English? What did we benefit? But no, he built house for Alamajiri, people who will never appreciate Western education. He spent the money. All the Alamajiri building now, I'm sure it's a Boko Haram base now. And then you move on to Buhari. What did they achieve? The only landmark achievement of all of them so far is that they borrowed, and they want to develop our country. Tinubu have helped us pay off our debt, and he started reborrowing again. We shall see where he will end us. But in those days, in the early hours of Nigerian politics, we used to hear people like Sam Mbakwe. We used to see presidents, governors, ministers, as the case may be. When they leave office, you will see their landmark achievement is evidence. But ironically, what they begin to do afterward was that when they come, they will abandon your project. No, check South-South, check Southeast, check North. Maybe only the West are the ones who believe in continuity. They start all over. They are not interested in the development of their place. They are creating avenue to justify their looting. After all, this building will not be in my name. Why should I continue? They will build their own. How many billion did you go and spend to build monorail? Go and look at those monorail from our one houses. You will see it's a dilapidated structure, facilities as we speak. But I wish Wike continue from there. And I wish after Wike, they allow Fowara to continue from there. Let us see how Lagos will make more money than Port Harcourt. Now, let's blame Tinubu. All of you are fraud. Déjà vu, you know the truth. It's just that you have not been able to put the right perspective in place. Let us begin to massage our ego. No, let us massage our ego. And then we are looking for a brighter nation, a prosperous nation, where all we do is sit down, how to steal the money, share it among ourselves. We now pay the poorest of the poorest or the poorest without data. And ironically, we are not going anywhere. And so if we get to this level of information at our disposal, if evidence abound, we don't need to criticize anyone to know what the problem of Nigeria is. Why are we pretending? So your people are more superior than my people. All of us go collect. And lastly, I need you as a Nigerian to go to South Africa. You will see the stigmatization. South Africans now look us as enemy. But the last time I checked, I loved South Africa. I don't know. Everything about them is just fascinating. I wish we had worked with one mind. And then they begin to fight for total freedom, emancipation of their people. Soviets today, they are politically emancipated, but economically, they still have a long way to go. But they are not losing. And somewhere along the line, they were able to make some wrong right. When you talk about Elon Musk, at least today he's a South African man. Forget about he's a American citizen or whatever. And you look at South Africa, they are progressing. But Nigerians paid majority of that bills. Let me remind them, but I don't blame them, honestly. In those era of Nelson Mandela and the apartheid of South Africa, almost 99.9% of all Nigerian musicians were singing about this issue. Ranging from Raskimono, Mandatos, Urusiliki, Majek Fashek, Edna Ogosi, so numerous to mention, all Nigerian musicians. Anybody that does not sing about it is not a musician. And let's remember some of them. I think one of them sang Rula Lady Dan and Margaret Thatcher, Ngobati and Peter Water. All of them just come together. They want to be the Black Master. Killer Patai, Killer Patai, Killer Patai, Killer Patai. I could go on and begin to sing all of them. We never hate South Africa. We took South African problem as if it was our own. But then all of a sudden, we begin to hear Igbofia, Igbofibia, Igbofibia, South Africa hate us, South Africa hate us. Oh yeah, let's fight South Africa. But if we're sincere enough with ourselves, we should ask a question. What actually went wrong? How did you get here? And then we attack what is generating this hatred, this stigma across the world against Nigerians. No, we are going to sit down and tell you how they hate us and how they do this one and how, what led to it. And now South Africans don't even know who is Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. But the truth is that there are Igbo Biafra people who are making frantic effort to see that they spoil the image of Nigeria across the globe. And that is the truth. But unfortunately, all of us go call it. And now, recently, Ghana started having the same issue. I may not have much to talk about Ghana relationship with Nigeria, but the truth there is that the founding father of Ghana and the founding father of Nigeria, the 5 Cs. If all things being equal, Nigeria and Ghana would have been the same country. It's true that Ghana had independence before Nigeria. That was not because Ghana was more prepared, more ready, more advanced, more educated people than Nigeria. And that was because Nigeria is a complex state. A lot of work needs to be done. This issue of Wazobia must be addressed. Because in that era, it was not only Yoruba Hausa were doing Wazobia. Bini people were speaking up. Ijaw people were speaking up. Many other tribes were speaking up. All of them were silent, remaining only these 3. That issue needed to be addressed. And so this era of trying to balance the political equilibrium made Ghana to have independence before us. Go and check in Nkrumah of Ghana. You used to hear Aburi Accord. These people were like brother and sister. Or should I say cousins and uncle? If Ghana had had any problem, the first people he's going to call is Nigeria. And if Nigeria wanted to reason with anybody, the first people to call is Ghana. Today, what is our problem now? Ghanaians are looking for how to pursue us. The kind of hatred they have for us now is unimaginable. And maybe we should come on social media. Let us call out Ghana. But the truth remains is that something went wrong. What went wrong? What went wrong? No, what really went wrong? One Igbo man wake up and become king of Ghana, part of it. And who has actually condemned it? Ironically, the people, these Igbo Biafra people making king everywhere, don't believe in monarchy. They used to pride and tell you that Igbo Nwezi, which means we don't have king. Ironically, they have king in your community. You're marginalizing them. Obindi Igbo na Agbo land. Chukwu ka do n'otu isi. Obindi Igbo wa na Utokpo. Chukwu ka do n'otu isi. Osoro boy ki John Wishi teach and no ki John no mokono. Ironically. Come and look at it. Why you are fighting insecurity? Yes, there are people carrying gun and killing everybody in Nigeria. But let me tell you the truth. The real fight to save the next generation is on drug, and human trafficking. You see, 90% of all this Yahoo, I will document their matter for you very soon. When you hear somebody say Yahoo, they now have Yahoo Plus. They range from economic to religion, crime, and drug pushing. The police know this. The security agency know this. That is why once they catch any of them in line from any of these patterns, they do transfer. Once you can do transfer and walk away, what else? It is the Gen Z. And so when you have a son, a daughter, is doing Yahoo, know this truth. Number one, he may be a murderer, a serial killer. because they lodged in big hotels. You remember the issue of Otokoto? What were they doing? Otokoto. What was Otokoto doing? He's a ritualist. What was Clifford Orji doing? He's a ritualist. And when Otokoto's son was apprehended in Port Harcourt, what did they see in his boot? Human parts. They have not started. Most of them use power by. We are want to solve Nigerian problem. And now you catch somebody with G-Wagon or any other exotic car, and you stop them, and you see the cooler. They are transporting human heart, human liver, or maybe kidney. To you have indicted them. And the next thing you need to do is settle. Because you know the price is 10 million. 50-50. They now give you 5 million. And you moved on. That is somebody's son. Tomorrow they are Yahoo. My brother, Yahoo problem is worse than Boko Haram. And then now the Kano foot soldier put together. You still come out sometimes. You see there, they carry their flashy car. They have made money. Small boys. They say they are now Yahoo Plus. They are carrying drug. Or they are unaliving people to sell their body organ. Look at your community. The alarming rate of youth with drug. Lagos State, pay attention to areas like Maryland, Ikorodu, Magodo, most of this quack. Pay attention. See the level of youth that are being damaged by drug. These ones that say they are Gen Z. Who is supplying them this drug? And yet you still believe that leaders are the future, youth are the leaders of tomorrow? You must be hallucinating. Who is selling this drug? Who is pushing this drug? And I'm sure your guess is as good as mine. Some of them are doing it to make money. Some of them are doing it to infiltrate and destroy the future of your own generation. I have to call my younger brother in India. And I asked him, because he complained that the way the Indians hate us. I said, what do you think may be the cause? He said, our people were pushing drugs in India. Which eventually he was part of it. The drug they push in India. Almost at a particular time, the rate of Indian youth who have become drug addicted, who has become addicts, was alarming. Indian traced where the drug is coming from. Boom, it was Nigerians. And they descended on them. Today, you will not say what caused the problem. Now they are selling it in Nigeria here. We're not ashamed to say we are wrong. We admit we are wrong. And we try not to make the same mistake. And that is so that you yourself will also know you have a limit. One of those, my younger brother in India, because it's not one of them. He came one at a particular time, right here in Nigeria. Then I was in Port Harcourt. He transferred his money into my account, which I gave him the ATM. I noticed every morning at that time, 20,000 was moving out every morning, 20,000. And I tried, I've said it in one of my blogs, try to figure out, what is he doing with 20,000 every morning? I showed him that to where called Umukurushi. There was a movie station, filling station at that junction. As he drove out, I followed him in my own car. I parked across and watched them. There was a boy coming from Aba to sell drug for my brother that just came in from India. I followed him the second time. I knew what he was doing. As they were giving him the drug, I came down. I just looked at both of them. I didn't say anything. He was dumbfounded. It's my younger brother. He was speechless. I only asked him, you just came into Nigeria after 18 years, and you know where they sell it in Aba already. They have land. And that one now is a Yahoo. He's driving G-Wagon. Go to your community. It's either they are selling it to make money, or they are selling it to infiltrate your people, destroy everybody. When you have a community where 90% of the youth are on drug, that community is gone. Deja vu. In essence, what am I trying to say? Watch the ironic presentation of issues of utmost importance as concerns us as a nation. And when we begin to hammer on it, all of them will die a natural death. But you pretend you don't know what their body language means. My brother, they will damage more than you can be able to salvage before it dawns on you. There are Igbo people that insult us when we told them now they can't use a criminal. Most of them have collected. Now they can't retrace that step. I'm George Onibe, calling for the first and the repeated time. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to tell you is that ironical presentation of Nigeria issue remain the major cause of the challenges we face. You see the Yanoja of Tinubu daughter, is he not dead? And this is because Benin people know the implication, the relationship between Iyeki and Yanoja. They did what? They acted swiftly. There was no riot, nobody died, nobody insulted anybody. Everybody had the privilege to register their displeasure and call it off. And I'm sure today there is no Yanoja in Edo land. And this is how it see Uyi here. I greet you, Uyi. Good morning from here. Uyi say, I wonder how mothers could carry pregnancy for 9 months and give birth to them and allow the children to be called Gen Z. Because to them, it's about the flashy. You see, we are on completed building. All this enemy of Nigeria, we are giving them sleepless night from here. Because we are objective, we are purposeful. Only the criminals sees us as a threat. I see you dog going here. What did he say? He said the cap is Igbo cap. Oh. I agree with you. But ironically, it's not Igbo cap. Say Igbo use the cap. It's not Igbo cap. Agbo, Eka, Agbo is older than Igbo. There were times nobody is Igbo in Nigeria. But Eka people, Agbo people have been there. Go and check the colonial district headquarters of under the Southern Protectorate before there was Yoruba or Igbo. We were there. When you hear Boji Boji Agbo, go and Google Boji Boji Agbo. If you are in Nigeria, it will show you River State. If you are listening to me, you are in Nigeria. Google Boji Boji Agbo or Google Agbo. It will tell you it's in River State. Where was the economic hub of the old Eastern region? We know the truth, but there was no need. Agbo is older than Igbo. That is when your fellows begin to tell us you migrate from us. We won't take that garbage. What are one daily boy bimbo? I will start wear this cap. Benin wear this cap. Igbo wear this cap. Ikuri wear this cap. Many ethnic groups use this cap. And since we have not ascertained who is older than who or who first started using it, it's wrong for an Igbo man to ironically say it belongs to them. Nobody wear winter cap in Nigeria because we don't have winter. So if Igbo people say they use winter cap, we are not dragging it to them. Maybe Israel, where you people come from, there is winter. That is where you inherited it. And these are some of the deja vu in presentation. If I don't respond to you, I know you are joking. My fellow people, Nigerians, will think it is Igbo cap. It's not Igbo cap. Even Fulani use this cap. Hausa use it. And this one, I bought it from Hausa man. And as a child, my father used to have it. I know he was wearing the red one. And then he went to meeting in the village one day. And when he came back, he brought the black one. And then he was telling my mother that if you see the embarrassment they gave to him, that he has not gotten to the capacity of wearing red. And then I think my father was much younger. So maybe as a youth then, he's supposed to wear the black. I don't know the real function of color. But they have different color. They have white, they have red, they have black, and so on and so forth. All of them represent hierarchy, just like in the military. You have the pure red, which is military police. You have the sky blue, which is intelligent. You have the Osplod red, which is a medical. You have the black, which is a artillery. You have the green, which is musicians, and so on and so forth. Their cap tells you who they are. And so when I wear it now as a Rastafari, you will say it's a makeup. No, the military use it. It's not the military cap. It's a fashion adapted. So dog win. Ironically, this is how Igbo Biafra cause problem, create jealousy among Nigerians. I see you, Joe. What did he say? He's referring to the number of Nigerians that is in jail of Nigerians are Igbo. Of course, Muyi, that is the truth. That is the truth. And when you say now, oh, they hate us, they want one love in Nigeria, oh, we are united Nigeria. So many people on the comment section this morning. If I want to attend to all of them, this broadcast will not come to an end. This having been said, let us stop ironically presenting